Here with another video. Let's just grab a drink. This is my response to Tonya82TT's questions for Transformers collectors. As you see, I've got written down just to make life easier. Question 1. When you purchase your toys, do you have a limit that you impose on yourself as to how much you get at a certain time, or is it as many as you can get, possibly afford or want? In my case, it usually depends on how much money I've got and whether I can, what I have to spend as to what I can get or afford, if that makes any sense. That probably doesn't. Basically, it depends on what I can afford. If I can afford to get a lot, I will do. But it depends on how much I get paid and what else has to come out of that month's money. But on a whole, I try to get, what I can. When I used to use my credit card, I managed to get myself in a lot of debt doing that. I'm not very good at sticking to limits. Question 2. When you unbox your toys, do you keep any of the packaging or instructions? Well, instructions wise, I have them all here in a rather big folder, which also includes things like toy pull-outs from the Transformers, that sort of thing, the little comics that come with them, anything related that needs to be put in a folder, which I've just recently sorted. Box wise, I don't really keep the backing cards anymore, although I still have my Beast Wars cards, which are in here, in fact. And I can't remember why I kept them really, but you can see there's Pterosaur. It's probably for the stuff on the back and the instructions that I actually kept them, but on a whole, I don't anymore. Oh shit. Get back in there. Ah! Fuck. Sorry. I haven't... Box wise, let's just put that down for now. I keep the any G1 boxes that I get, or G2, well, I will try. I try to. The only G1 box I had was for my Power Master Prime, but it was in such shit condition that I ended up throwing it away. And it was the same with, if you saw my very first video from Auto Assembly last year, I had a G2 Skyquake with his box, and that was in just such poor condition, I didn't keep it, and maybe in hindsight I should have. But that's sort of the plan. I've kept all my Encore G1 Transformer boxes. Things like the Masterpiece ones or the Hasbro version, I've kept that box. Henke stuff, I will keep the box. Generally things like Leader Class or Supreme Class boxes I will keep. I've got quite a few of them from Revenge of the Fallen and the Universe line and Unicron Trilogy, and RID boxes I keep. So it sort of depends on the age, but I don't keep every single box, I wouldn't have the room. Jeez. Anyway, question 3. Is posing your figure for display a high importance to you? No, it's not. I just, it's room really. I don't have that much room to pose them, although there is the odd occasion when I come back and my mother has posed the odd one because she's knocked him down dusting. That's about the only time I don't really. Question 5. Do you avoid any characters because they are repaints? No, not really. Although on a whole, if it's like in the Universe line where you've got Silver Bolt and then they've repainted him into Dreadwind, is it? Or Darkwind? I can't remember, or was that the Paraglide one? I will wait for that to become cheaper before I get the repaint, which is what I'm doing with those two. But on a whole, I won't avoid it if it's a repaint. And no, not really. But it comes down to money again.